Hello class, my name is Caitlin Hatcher, and today I will be talking about a certain PBL assignment that I feel would benefit the ways elementary school students see science through an article I found on the pblworks.org website. The grade level that I will highly emphasize in this video is first grade, because these students just recently graduated kindergarten, and they're barely getting a feel of who they are to society based on what they learned in previous years. What better way than to acquire new scientific ideas? In kindergarten, students ultimately learn about the basic necessities of life, but first grade broadens their perspectives a bit more. Students anywhere between preschool and third grade enjoy learning about how we can incorporate different scientific aspects such as the scientific method. Before we get started on the project I had in mind, I found it necessary to explain what PBL stands for and what it meant in terms of how it affects students. The acronym PBL ultimately stands for Project-Based Learning. And one of the things that I found interesting is that it essentially teaches these students the importance of understanding the world around them. I agree with Heather Wilport-Walron, the author of What the Heck is Project-Based Learning, because she makes note that the most challenging part of PBL is teaching it. Most instructors assign such projects to broaden their students' perspectives on the past, present, and future of our world. The particular PBL that I chose to analyze more on is Inspired by Nature, because this essentially asks the question, how can observing the natural world help us find solutions to human problems? I personally feel that it's engaging for students because first graders tend to be inspired a bit easier than students in upper grade levels. As I was reading through the article, a project that came into mind was the science teacher placing their students into groups and having each one research a different pandemic that happened or is happening in the world and think critically about how they would incorporate what they learned in their science classes to make a cure based on plant inspiration. There are many different plants such as mint medley and aloe that can cure the individual of a certain disease. And as the instructor, I would definitely look forward to seeing what my students could essentially come up with. This would increase the students' cognition rates because they are taking basic knowledge about plants and the scientific method and combining them together when discovering a curable plant. Bloom's taxonomy is a set of cognitive sections that instructors use to see if their students are actually learning from the assignment. Because what's the point of an assignment or project if a child isn't learning from it? These are remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. In a way, I feel that this project incorporates the remembering, applying, and creating, because they are remembering what they were taught in kindergarten and applying that knowledge to their plant creation. One of the things that I feel would be the most challenging with this project is the fact that students have to create a new plant based on what they learned, and it can be difficult at times to do this, especially when they're not entirely focused on the assignment given. Not only that, but since they are still young, they're still developing their critical thinking skills and motivation to complete the task. Michael McDowell, in 3 Strategies to Help Students Move from Start to Finish in PBL, writes that they can either direct instruction, practice reading, writing, and talking tasks, and monitoring learning processes. For this particular project, I would incorporate the instruction direction and monitoring of the learning process strategies, because students tend to essentially go off topic. But these strategies would help me, as the instructor, keep them engaged. Once this project-based learning is complete, I feel that students will have a better view of the strategies that scientists around the world use in order to create a treatment that will be most effective based on what they learned about the disease. Please don't hesitate to reach out, as I am here to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you very much.